feel like your brain could use a little bit of a tune-up? Well, today, we're diving into how some incredibly simple, science-backed microhabits can do exactly that. We're talking tiny changes that pack a huge punch. So let's get right into it. You know those days, right? You're sitting there, staring at your screen, and it just feels like your brain is running in mud. That feeling of brain fog, like you're in a creative slump. It's something pretty much all of us deal with during the workday. But here's the thing you need to hear. That feeling, it isn't some kind of personal failure. Nope. It's usually a direct result of our modern work habits. You know, sitting for hours, staring at screens, and not really giving our brains the right kind of fuel. It's a routine problem, which luckily means it has a routine solution. And that solution, well, it all comes down to tiny changes. We're about to explore how these small, totally manageable shifts in your day, what researchers call micro-interventions, are really the key to unlocking better, sharper brain function. So why do these little things work so well? It's pretty cool, actually. They gently nudge your brain into action. They basically wake up these specific neural pathways without totally draining your mental battery. And because of that, they're sustainable, they're effective, and they're just perfect for building long-term brain health. Okay, let's start with one of the most powerful tools you have in your toolkit right now. Just walking. It sounds so simple, I know, but the neuroscience behind what a short walk actually does to your brain, it is absolutely fascinating. The second you start a brisk walk, your heart starts pumping more oxygen-rich blood straight to your brain. This kicks off what some neuroscientists call a neurochemical bubble bath. Just imagine it. Your brain gets a rush of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. This combo instantly lifts your mood and sharpens your focus. And the best part? You feel it within minutes. But believe it or not, there's something even deeper going on. Walking actually stimulates the production of a protein called BDNF. I love how the source material puts it. This stuff is basically your brain's growth fertilizer. BDNF is absolutely essential for growing new brain cells and for helping your brain adapt and form new connections. And you can see that chain reaction right here. It's so simple. You take a short walk, which fires up BDNF production. This creates the perfect environment for new neural connections to form, which ultimately boosts your memory and makes your brain stronger. It's such a beautiful, elegant process. And this isn't just some nice idea. As neuroscientist Wendy Suzuki says, movement is medicine. It's a powerful way to change not just your body, but your emotions and your whole mental state too. Okay, so we've talked about our feet. Now let's talk about our minds. Beyond just walking, there are these tiny mental exercises. Think of them as micro workouts that you can do right from your desk to build a stronger, more flexible brain. What these little challenges do is they specifically fire up your executive functions. Now, think of these as your brain's CEO. It's the part of your brain that handles planning, staying focused, juggling different tasks, and tackling tricky problems. And here are some fantastic examples of just how easy this is to get started. On the left, you've got ideas for when you're at work, and on the right, for when you're out walking. So, for example, you could try just pausing for a minute to recall 3 key points from a meeting. Or when you're walking, instead of just zoning out, you could mentally work through a problem. These simple little acts are like push-ups for your brain. Now, this is where things get really exciting. We've talked about walking, and we've talked about these mental tasks. So, what happens when you put them together? Well, you get this incredible synergy that leads to some pretty exponential results. 60%. Yeah, you heard that right. A Stanford study found a mind-blowing 60% increase in creative output when people combine walking with being mindful and aware. This isn't just a tiny improvement, it's a massive leap in your ability to come up with new ideas. And here's the why behind that huge number. This simple combination generates twice the neural connectivity compared to just sitting and thinking. What that means is that different parts of your brain are talking to each other way more effectively, lighting up the pathways that lead to those amazing aha moments. And you know what the best part is? You don't need to carve out hours of your day for this. The research shows there's a sweet spot of just 15 minutes to get these maximum benefits. I mean, how efficient is that? So here's the real magic. This combo puts your brain into this rare and super valuable state. It activates your creative, daydreaming network at the exact same time as your focus and planning network, that brain CEO we were talking about. It's literally the best of both worlds, happening at once. All right, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get to the most important part, the how. How do you make these tiny, powerful changes stick so you get that long-term impact? Because really, consistency is where the magic happens. When you do these things regularly, you're not just getting a temporary boost. You are literally changing the physical structure of your brain. You're strengthening its internal information highways and bulking up the area in charge of good judgment and decision-making. So here it is, your simple 4-step action plan for today. Number 1, start small. Just one 5 to 10 minute walk. That's it. 2, integrate a mental task. Maybe rehearse a tough conversation or just focus on your breath. 3, practice right now. Pause and try to recall 3 things you've learned from this explainer. And 4, this is a big one, acknowledge your effort. Give yourself a little credit. It really helps the habit stick. And this really just sums it all up, doesn't it? The journey to a healthier, more vibrant brain doesn't require some giant, life-altering change. As you've seen, it just begins with a single, intentional step. So I'll leave you with this question right here. After everything we've talked about, what's the one tiny change you're going to make today? Whatever you pick, just know that the revolution for your brain can start right now. Thanks for